Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So today, I wanted us to have a discussion what the song I'm the One teaches us about Mercury and Emerald, considering that I'm the One is their theme, and we actually learn quite a bit about their characters. So I wanted us to actually talk about I'm the One, so sit back, relax, I hope you all enjoy, and let's go ahead and jump right on into this discussion. So I'm the One. I'm the One teaches us about Mercury and Emerald. And looking at this song, not only is this song their theme, but it is one of my personal favorite songs out of any of the RWBY soundtracks. So I'm the One gives us an insight to Mercury and Emerald, but not only does it do this, but it gives us a perspective of both the past and the present moment that is going on between these characters. The past telling us a little bit about where they come from and what they've gone through. Also, at the very same time, the present moment of what they're actually doing. Now, the present moment of the song is during Volume 3, during the fight with Koko and Yatsuhashi. Now, if you actually think about this and you think about these lyrics, you will actually see where the differences between the present and the past are between the way that the lyrics have actually been explained. But don't worry, I will explain which moments are where whenever it comes to the lyrics. So, anyways, but let's go ahead and jump right on into these lyrics right now. So the song itself starts off like this. Welcome to the bloodbath, jump into the tub, fist fight, deathmatch, come and join the club. Kickstart your face with a metal clad boot, you should give up now, your retaliation's moot. Now, what does this exactly mean? Well, basically, this is stating that they're going to be welcoming into the brawl, and that this isn't going to be your average match, that this is going to be a much more intense match, and that Mercury and Emerald are not going to sit here, and they're not just going to be like an easy little challenge for Team Coffee to go up against. Now, I'm going to simplify things and just call Koko and Yatsuhashi Team Coffee just to make it faster instead of me having to say both of their names constantly, so I'm just going to do it unless I have to refer to one over the other. So hopefully you all understand it and hopefully it makes sense. But anyways, so now by stating you should give up now, your retaliation is moot, is basically Emerald and Mercury saying to Coffee that you will not be able to beat us no matter how strong you are, because this is basically just a fight that you can't win. So them retaliating against Emerald and Mercury is basically stating that no matter how hard you try, you're not going to be able to beat us. So no matter how much you retaliate, you're not going to be able to win. So you can't push us into a corner and you can't beat us, is basically what it's stating. So the next part states, I'll run circles around you, I can touch the sky, I'm gonna make you hurt, and I'm gonna make you cry. You wanna mess around? Well, come on, let's go, I got no time to waste, let's start the show. Now, of course, these lyrics here, the other thing about them is, they're basically stating that Mercury himself, now that's something to think about is Mercury. It's basically talking about how he is so good that he can run circles around them. Like, it doesn't matter. He can get around them fast and that he can actually beat them with his skills. So what this is trying to say is that Mercury is skilled enough that he is better than they are and that he could beat them without a blink of an eye. Or in other words, without really having to try too hard. Now the next part stating that, want to mess around? Well, come on, let's go. I got no time to waste, let's start the show. Now this is basically stating that to them this is nothing more than a show. It's nothing more than a little game that they're going to play to try to get the act going further, if that makes sense. The act meaning the plans that they've got. So, in other words, meaning this was just nothing more than a show for them, an amusement bit, and for them to just basically carry on with the next part they have planned. Now the next part's interesting. It says, I'm the one that your mama said, don't mess with them or you'll end up dead. That type, they don't follow any rules. You're looking tall, you're looking tough. I'm sorry, dude, it's not enough. Your girlfriend's purse won't help you win this duel. Now, this is obviously a mockery. This is basically them stating that, hey, the first part states, well, the one that your mama said, don't mess with them or you'll end up dead. Well, if you actually think about that, if you actually think about those lines there, they're basically stating that these are rough types, that Mercury and Emerald are rough characters that don't follow the rules. They follow their own rules. They abide by their rules, not what rules that are naturally set into motion. That these characters are basically rough around the edges, that they play dirty, that if they have to win a fight, they'll do what they can to actually win it. This is what Emerald and Mercury are basically stating here. And then, of course, the second part, your girlfriend's purse will help you win this duel. That's the thing. Saying that you're looking tall, you're looking tough. Of course, that's referring to Yatsuhashi. And referring to Yatsuhashi like this is basically stating that, hey, you know what, you may look like a big, tough guy, but your girlfriend over there, which refers to Koko, basically stating that she, even though she has this big minigun, yeah, that purse over there, yeah, that ain't gonna help you. That's not gonna win. So that's basically their statement there. It's basically a mockery or basically putting them down, saying that no, it's not going to be anything really dramatic or intense to be able to beat us. It's not something that's going to help you win. You're basically going to lose no matter what you do. So basically, that's still them kind of mocking him. It's kind of funny when you think about it because the mockery there is basically stating that Emerald and Mercury don't really. They've sized up their opponent and they think that nah, no matter what, they can't beat us. Our skill's better than theirs. And then if you actually think about it as well, the next part is the bigger they are, the more they bleed, the deeper the scars that won't heal, buckets of pain as they lie there in shame, knowing how true defeat feels. Now, of course, this is basically stating that no matter how big, no matter how tough a person is, the more that they'll bleed. Basically, in other words, meaning the bigger the body, the more blood that will be put on the table. In other words, meaning that even though someone can be big and they can be tougher than you are, they can still fall. Even the smallest of person can beat the biggest of people. And that's actually true too, that you can't just sit over there and think just because you're a big tough person, you are going to automatically just beat somebody that's smaller than you. And of course, the deeper the scars that won't heal, meaning that obviously the damage will be even worse, and buckets of pain as they lie there in shame, knowing how true defeat feels, meaning that they're going to be beaten emotionally as well as they are going to be beaten physically. So, of course, they're going to feel the whole defeat when it comes to humiliation. They're going to lose in front of a crowd of people, basically, and that's going to put them down pretty hard. Now, referring to the next bit, this is more of the past here. This is not the present moment, but this is the past moment. Is I'm the one that was born in a nightmare, a murderer's son, got no gun, but I gleam like a blade and I'm harder than iron. I'm the one who rose out of filth and was loved by no one. Delusion. I'll steal till you're blind and defeat you from inside your mind. Now, of course, what these are referring to, they are referring to both Mercury and Emerald. When it comes to Mercury, when it comes to that was born in a nightmare, a murderer's son, of course, his own father was a murderer, which he was a mercenary, and his father was not necessarily a good person. Now, at the same time, when it says, got no gun, but I gleam like a blade and I'm harder than iron. Now, of course, this is referring more to Mercury's legs. Since these legs are prosthetic legs, of course, he's able to hit very hard with his leg strength. And of course, when you actually look at Mercury, he always uses his legs to fight. So whenever he's kicking, it's obviously a very powerful blow, and since it's a prosthetic leg made of metal, of course, it's going to hit very hard. It's not like it's going to be some kind of easy little hit to just be brushed off like a normal kick would. And since we've actually seen Mercury have a lot of strength behind his legs whenever it comes to fights, obviously Mercury himself is very capable and he's very powerful with his legs, considering that his main fighting factor has to deal with his legs. His legs are obviously the key to his fighting style. So this obviously makes Mercury a very big threat because of this. And so Mercury himself, this teaches us a little bit about him whenever it comes to his past, and it teaches us that he is a capable individual with his legs, for example. Now, of course, when we look at the second half, with that one, it's actually about Emerald. Now, this one basically stating that she is the person who rose out of filth and was loved by no one, meaning that she had nobody. She was alone, and as a lowly thief, she didn't have anyone that cared about her. Of course, she was stealing to make by and basically to just live, to survive. She had nothing. And of course, in Volume 5, we find out the statement is true that she only had everything given to her by Cinder. And that was once Cinder took her in. Obviously, before that, she had nothing. Nobody cared about her. She was nothing more than a child that nobody cared about, that nobody wanted, and nobody thought anything of. Which is very hurtful whenever you look at both of these characters because they have come from pretty bad backstories. They have had bad events happen and befall them, and it's actually a sad thing to look at both of these characters. But when you look at it next, whenever it says delusion, I'll steal till you're blind and defeat you from inside your mind. Now, when you think about Emerald here, Emerald herself, obviously, her semblance is allowing her to actually go into your mind basically and make you see things that are not really there. She creates illusions from her mind and messes with you and makes you think that something is actually there when it's really not. Of course, we saw this in the Team Coffee fight. We also saw this with the fight with Amber, that she was able to create these illusions that were not really there. And so when it says steal till you're blind, defeat you from inside your mind, of course, Emerald made her way by stealing things from individuals and making them think by having the illusions there that obviously they didn't see what was really going on, or they would be seeing something else that was actually happening. So this is how Emerald had to try to make by with her life considering that she had such hardships and had such problems with having no one there for her while she was actually going through her life in the past like this. So her semblance actually really teaches you a lot about herself, because with this and using this to her advantage, this is how she's had to survive in her life herself. So now the next part, you're still standing up. Well, let's go another round. Seeing King of Pain, you're gonna get crowned. You like the way I dress? Yeah, no, I'm fine. The blood's gonna stain, but it won't be mine. Now, of course, this is where they're kind of thinking more of, oh, well, you're still standing up. Well, looks like it's about time we continue this and put it to an end. So, of course, saying seeing King of Pain and you're gonna get crowned, therefore means they're gonna put an end to this fight. And the next part to this is, you like the way I dress? Yeah, no, I'm fine. The blood's gonna stain, but it won't be mine. Now, this means that it goes back to when Coco and Emerald started their fight. And whenever they were getting ready to start, of course, that's when Coco makes a statement to Emerald that she likes her outfit. And by the thoughts that are going on within Emerald's mind, as well as her response, is that Emerald would probably get blood on it, but if she got blood on it, it wouldn't be her own. It would obviously be Coco's blood. And by the way that the fight went, obviously it shows what she meant by that it would not be her blood, that it would actually have been Coco's. And that's what this part actually means right here in the song. So it shows that Mercury and Emerald are actually confident within their abilities upon fighting both of their opponents here. That Mercury does believe that he's the Singing King of Pain, and that he is going to make Yatsuhoshi actually go through pain in this fight, as well as Emerald is going to sit here and state that, oh yeah, if I get blood on my outfit, it's certainly not going to be mine, but it's going to be yours, because obviously I'm not going to go through that pain that you think you're going to dish out, that I'm going to dish out on you instead. And now the next part states, just chill here while I jump into the brush. See, when I land, you're going to feel the crush. Lay right down and grab a little rest. I guess you didn't know that you were dealing with the best. Now, of course, this is basically stating that, hey, you know what, just chill here, and then I'm going to just jump basically on you. I'm going to get the surprise on you, and then whenever I land, you're going to feel the crush. You're going to feel defeat, and then the next part saying lay right down and grab a little rest. I guess you didn't know you were dealing with the best. Obviously means that, yeah, you were beaten, and you should lay down, and obviously you were dealing with somebody that you didn't think was as good as they were, that you're dealing with somebody that is better than you are. So basically they believe that they are stronger than Team Coffee. They believe that they are better than them, and obviously their skills really showed the difference. Emerald and Mercury were just at a different level than Coco and Yatsuhoshi were in this situation. Now, going on to the next part, you should have stayed at home today. This fisticuff won't go your way. This confrontation isn't just for school. It might be hard to hear me say that kicking your ass is child's play. I hope you're not crushed by this ridicule. Now, of course, what this actually is referring to here is that by saying that they should have stayed at home, basically this fisticuff wouldn't have been as bad as they didn't think it was going to go, because obviously Team Coffee would have thought that they would win this fight instead of actually losing this fight, and of course it didn't go within the ways that they had hoped. And this confrontation isn't just for school, meaning that this is a part of the plan that was actually put up there a long time ago, that this has been something that's been planned for a while. So when you actually look at this, of course, this goes all in line with what Cinder's plan is, and of course they're going through with it as well. And the next part actually saying, it might be hard to hear me say kicking your ass is child's play. I hope you're not crushed by this ridicule. When you look at this, it's basically stating that Emerald and Mercury are not having a hard time with Team Coffee, that it's not hard for them because their skill outweighs that of Coffee. And of course, when you actually look at this, whenever they basically say this, is that, you know, hey, look, you're not a problem to me, that this is not actually a hard fight at all, and that I hope you're not crushed by the ridicule of being beaten by somebody that's better than you. And so the next part says, a slap on the wrist and a kick to the chin, a hint of the flavor of steel. No one to blame, it's the end of the game, the humiliation is real. Now, of course, that's basically stating that their loss is a real one, and that it's a humiliating one at that for them, considering that they are actually lived up to be the strong hunters and huntresses, and of course, them being beaten, which they did not expect, well, it's a pretty humiliating defeat for them, especially when it's made public and Team Coffee is actually seen as a stronger team. Now, of course, looking at the final part, I'm the one that was ripped from the earth and exposed to the sun, overrun by the hate and the beatings defiled by a father, and then I'm the one I'll race with your eyes and you'll never outrun. Illusions will conquer your mind and make you fulfill my design. Now, of course, if you look at this, and if you look at how far back it goes again, because this is a reference back to the past of these two characters, obviously, I'm the one that was ripped from the earth and exposed to the sun. Now that means that Mercury himself, he was actually in hiding, and out of hiding he was brought out from his life of just living with his father and really just kind of being in the shadow of his own father. And then obviously looking at by the hate and the beatings defiled by a father. obviously that means that Mercury himself was beaten by his father. And of course, when it comes to Emerald and her life, obviously when it says I'll race with your eyes and you'll never outrun, that basically states that she can run from you because she's a thief and she can get away because of the illusion she creates, and obviously stating illusions next. And then we'll conquer your mind and we'll make you fulfill my design. Will actually go within whatever she places. Basically, whatever illusion she makes will make you do or go against the way that you would naturally do, and it will actually go into her trap and make you fulfill the trap that she set out for you. So when you actually look at it and you actually look at everything here, this actually gives you a lot of info about the present moment of what Emerald and Mercury are both thinking during the fight, as well as the past with what they've gone through, about how Mercury went through abuse with his father, and about how Emerald had literally nothing and she had to be a thief to just survive and live on her own. So this song, I'm the One, which I think is a fantastic song, also teaches you a lot about Emerald and Mercury. But anyways, I'll be back again on Tuesday. Let me know what you think down below. Are you a fan of I'm the One? Do you enjoy I'm the One? Or do you not like I'm the One? Let me know down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and share this with your friends if you found this informative or useful. Anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful day, and remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. Have a good one, everybody.